All
All right, do your thing, brother.
Aloha, good afternoon. Welcome to episode 23 of Local Vibes and Sports. I'm your host, Mello, and I'm here with my usual guy, JP to my left, and to my bottom, we have Starboy. Fellas, like I say, man, Keisha Ouye.
Bien, bien, man.
I'm good. I'm
Same
good,
shit, bro.
man.
Okay. So, I want to break this in with a little weather talk because
Hmm.
I wake up, I don't know what to expect no more. For real, I don't know what to expect. So, I want to get your thoughts on this, Starboy. How do you feel about weather control?
So I'm from Miami. So if you from Miami, Soca fam, you know how Miami's get. It's it's crazy. 1 minute it's raining, the next minute it's hot. It may be raining on one side of Miami, but then it may be sunny on the other side of Miami. So with this weather control, bro, I believe that somebody controlling the weather. You know what I'm saying? It's always been like that for a couple years. You see how a storm literally just come right by Miami, and then the next day it goes somewhere else. Like they said it was gonna hit on this day, then the storm just goes somewhere else. So I pretty much think yeah, somebody the government controlling the weather. I'm gonna say I'm sorry, but yeah, they can they controlling that thing. It's just it doesn't make sense if you're saying if a weather forecast comes out and say hey it's gonna be sunny all these days straight, and then every single day it's raining, bro. What do you call that? Controlling that
All
weather, bro.
all I know is it. I don't really. It don't really matter where you at. It just seemed like now we got these natural disasters,
Mm-hmm.
floods, and all this stuff, and then everything go up in Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Inflation.
I can't put my hand on that, but everything just seemed to go up in Walmart. And yeah, what are your thoughts on that, Mello?
Man, I don't know, man. What had me curious was, what been had me curious about this was hurricane season. Why is hurricane season only 6 months out the year? Why do y'all give hurricane season come from June 1st and all the way to November 30th? Like, so those other 6 months, it's considered what, calm now? Feel me? The next, each year it gets hotter and hotter, man.
Yeah, I got one
Like,
for
bro, it's like growing up. I remember being in the heat for like a long period of time. Now, shoot, as soon as as soon as it reached even 90 degrees, I'm like, yep, take me inside, take me inside.
you.
Uh,
Delayed in the shade.
yeah.
Listen, bro.
But yo, in Dubai a couple years ago, right?
Mhm.
They hired somebody to make it rain. Then not even 2 years later, it floods in Dubai. The desert, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeesh.
Come on now.
Exactly, bro.
But
Exactly.
yeah, to transition, man. I want to know what you guys thought about Drake's new song. And I'll start with you, Mello.
For me, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know that he was making music this summer. I did saw a piece of his lyric where he said something in reference to LeBron James, where like I think he said 23 something. You think that you're 23, but you're six. Thinking that you're LeBron. It's somewhere between those lines that he said. Uh, but I think that it was okay. I did like the change of flow. Prior to the start of the show, how like he was rapping, then it's the what you call that, the melody of the song just switched up just like that. Yeah. So it definitely brought out a different flow, from Drake. But I said that it was pretty solid for the most part. I'll
One
have
out
to
of
listen again.
1 out of 10. Okay. Sometimes you got to let the song marinate. I feel,
Yeah.
I feel. Yeah, because sometimes you might miss something in the first time you hear it, and then the second time you hear it, you kind of hear something else, you know. So I like where you're going with that. What about you,
Yeah.
Starboy?
10 out of 10, man.
Okay.
This
Now, what,
was,
what makes this a 10 out of 10 for you?
because pretty much Drake just, went to all the haters. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that switched up, we like at this point, he not even focused on Kendrick. Everybody that switched up during the beef, that's who I'm coming for. So the
Mhm.
LeBrons, the DeMar DeRozans, the Travis Scotts, you know what I'm saying? He was saying pretty much on the song where it was like when he was giving people features and he was giving people's bookings, it was all cool. If anybody don't remember, nobody wanted to go on tour with Kendrick Lamar. Who took Kendrick Lamar on his first tour? Drake.
Mm.
So it's just pretty much like saying like, hey, like you guys, I was doing stuff. I was doing this Future. Future wasn't a commercial. Like Future was a global icon, but he wasn't commercial yet.
Mm.
But then him and teaming up with Drake, what happened? So it's just pretty much with this song. It's just like it's just pretty much going at the haters. You pretty much like he was talking about LeBron in terms of it could have been aimed at LeBron or DeMar, like um in terms of he was talking about them at the pop out show, which was a pop out concert Kendrick had, that was on Amazon. um in terms of I seen you at the pop out, dancing, you know what I'm saying, but you've been D riding since I dropped headlines. So
Right.
pretty much I just look at it like this. Like everybody, at the end of the day, everybody's human. People, you know what I'm saying? So people can't
Mm-hmm.
act like if you had friends for so long and they turned on you, you will feel some type of way. Like the song is called "What Did I Miss?" Like, how did I not see this? You know what I'm saying? People's human. So people can't get mad at the dude for saying, how he felt about the song. Yes, the beef is supposed to be over, but he has time to reflect on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. All
What
right.
about you, JP?
So I don't really choose sides, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, Kendrick had a good summer. I feel like well, no, what was that, last summer? Was that last summer?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Last summer.
This been going on for a while now.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had a good summer. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is Drake's, run. And he said he made a reference to cryptocurrency, right? And he
Hmm.
was saying how the market, is volatile. And he was saying, like, in the simplest words, that I could go down in stock one day and my stock will rise the next day.
Mm.
That was a bar. It was a bar.
Hmm.
But yeah, I say this. I'll get this an 8 out of 10. I feel like I've,
Yeah.
I've I've heard a lot of good things from Drake, but this one was just more so like it was a statement song.
Mm.
So that's what I give it.
Standing
But
on business.
yeah, he had his foot down. He had his foot down. And I think we're gonna be hearing some more. So I don't think the beef is necessarily over, because now I'm hearing rumbles of Pusha T, and I'm hearing people dissing Pusha T, and I'm like, hold on, you know. So this the type of world we living in right now. And then I hear Nas and Jay-Z, they partnering up now. I'm like, hold on, this is a different type of
Hmm.
world we living in. But I don't see nothing wrong with that. It's just more so like, Nas, you were independent for so long. What made you decide to
Mm.
team up with somebody that you've rivaled for so long? You know,
Hello.
but if anything, I'm assuming that the money talks.
Hmm.
So that's what made him decide to join up and join forces. But Nas is a secret billionaire, I think, because he got his hand in that Hennessy line. You know what I'm saying? He got all type of endorsements and stuff like that people don't really know about, but that's a businessman in himself. So I'm really assuming that the money was right. The numbers was looking like how he wanted them to look,
Mm-hmm.
or
They
else,
made it happen.
yeah, like I know there was a time, I remember 50 Cent and then Fat Joe was beefing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And one thing I know, it costs money to beef. It
Yeah.
costs money. But then the return has to be right too. So it's all a business, you know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
we as the fans and the masses, we eat it up, but we put the money back in these boys' pockets.
Whether it's through merch,
Yep.
concerts,
Mhm.
any type of things that they got going on.
What did I miss?
People. Yeah.
So yeah, he people don't forgot about that. I ain't gonna lie. Drake done been in so many rap beefs. I think this is all calculated, man. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like
Well, for sure. For
this
sure.
is all calculated. So I don't know. I look at it like, if y'all not willing to meet up, now all these our younger generation is starting to do that. that whole boxing ring thing where like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we got a problem. Let's host a little boxing event and get whatever y'all got to get off y'all chest. Like I know y'all
Mm-hmm.
see, Charleston White and the Island Boy throwing
Yeah,
hands.
the other boy, he fucked him up. He fucked him
Mm-hmm.
up good.
It was like I don't know. That was a weird like fight to watch. Like, and I've been watching like all type of stuff like UFC, boxing this past week. You know what I'm saying? Last night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of last night. Oh my gosh. Is it so? Do y'all know Derek Lewis,
To my
Nah.
UFC.
UFC?
Mm-hmm.
Big dude.
Mm-hmm.
His hands, he got bricks in his hands. It's a guy that was
Wow.
undefeated. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's Shira,
Mm-hmm.
undefeated last night. 6'8". Oh my God,
Wait, you said 6'8"?
six
Mm-hmm.
eight, buddy. Buddy took a couple shots. This fight was not even like what 30 seconds.
I
It
don't think
ended.
could have
It
been
ended.
longer. I don't know.
Next thing you know, him. Dog was on the floor. The ref had to jump in. I was like, oh man,
I
that
hate
was that
when
was.
UFC does that, bro.
Bro, what was this like a? This was like a heavyweight matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, he said 6'8", and these guys were like stocky with it, huh?
Dog, I'm thinking dog probably like three something. Uh,
Sheesh.
like I don't want to get copyrighted, but I want to
Right.
show you. It's like I want to show you the video. I don't, we low key been in YouTube jail.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get out of that, man.
We gotta get out of that. So you know, we gonna chill out this week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But we gonna be back.
we'll be back.
We gonna be back.
And when we do, we're gonna come back stronger than ever.
All right, yeah, we just got to make sure between Mello and a few guests, we keep y'all piped down. Keep y'all- we gonna try to keep it a little kid friendly, a
Right.
little, but
Pity,
not
pity, pity
yeah,
cow,
yeah,
pity cow.
just a little schmiz.
Right.
Um, to transition, we got that Bronny and Cooper flag action, man. I was watching this and I enjoyed everything I saw. I love the way Bronny is playing, man. And
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely like surprised by Cooper Flag because I know if we cut the tape back and we used to go pick up some of our old episodes, I
Mm-hmm.
was not as impressed with Cooper Flag. I felt like he needed to show me more. But what I was seeing from Cooper Flag was like, and this might be too soon, but like Chris Bosch esque. That's what if he polishes his mid range up and he started
Yeah.
extending out to that three, that's what I see from him. Because he's everywhere. He was on the glass. He was just doing his thing. But Bronny impressed me more because I'm like, okay, this is your second year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They sending you on a two way. You on a two way. You traveling with the D League team, and you barely getting minutes with the normal guys, the starters. You like he just looks so much more in control. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I wish they'd give him some more minutes because I just like how he's really just going out there and hooping 10 points in 10 minutes. That's a point per minute. Come on now,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that's simple math. But what are your thoughts on it, Starboy?
Pretty much like the matchup. During the game, how you had Brownie guarding Cooper Flag, you had Cooper Flag guarding Brownie. So I'm glad that both of them, want to give America what they want to see, or just the world what they wanted to see. Um, as far as in Brownie, like you said, I'm pretty much happy for Brownie because it's like you could tell that from his first year till now, he's like pretty much like I'm not gonna say changing, but he's more assertive now.
Mm-hmm.
Like before, when he first got in, he was not looking to score at all or even take a shot. Like he was like
Timid.
scared, like
Timid.
timid as far as like afraid of the moment. Like he's not even like he would wait forever to take a shot. Now he's being more aggressive, shooting more. You
Mhm.
know, he
Catching
got
body.
stronger, so he can hold out. His defense has gotten better. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you look at the Cooper Flag aspect. It's like Cooper Flag is doing great. Like, he's went to a team where it's like, he's going to a team where it's like you really don't have
established.
to do much. You know what I'm saying? Like you got you got stars on your team, so it's like, bro,
They
the fact
dangerous.
that
Why? They dangerous.
exactly, bro, the fact that I seen like I know after he had played the Lakers in the summer game, I seen the game against San Antonio, and he had dropped 31, and that boy was
And
everywhere. Just like you said, he was everywhere. 3-point line, mid range. He was. I'm not saying his mid range game is good, but one thing about Cooper Flag, he's like he was everywhere, bro. Like he gonna give you his all. The only thing I would say as far as in Chris Bosh, I would say he better than Chris Bosh in terms of at least. I'm not saying he's better than Chris Bosh. I'm saying in terms
Oh,
of, bro. I'm
hold
not
on,
saying
hold on,
he's
hold on, hold on.
faster. Okay,
Hold
okay.
on.
No,
he's
to be
Whoa,
fair,
y'all,
he's
faster.
more athletic than Chris Bosh.
oh,
Yes,
y'all,
he's
He's
more
more
athletic.
athletic.
He's faster.
y'all must have forgot.
No, I'm not saying he's better. I'm saying like what he does better than Chris Bosh is he could run the floor faster and better because he's more athletic than Chris Bosh. I'm not saying he's better than Chris Bosh. He has a whole lot of work to do to even get there. He might not even get close to Chris Bosh. Okay, we're talking about a champion. Chris Bosh is a champion. Okay, he's
I
an
ain't
all
even,
star.
hey,
So
listen. I ain't even worried about the championship, Chris Bosh.
mhm,
I'm speaking Chris
in
Bosh in
Toronto,
Toronto.
yeah, no, but
Y'all,
I'm not saying he better. He's
we
not
all
better than
saying the
Chris
same
Bosh.
thing, right?
Yes, he's not better than Chris Bosh, bro. I'm not saying he's better than Chris Bosh.
Okay, okay,
No, he's
okay.
not better than Chris Bosh. I'm saying as far as
Oh,
him being able to run the floor, like Chris Bosh couldn't run the floor like him.
you
Like
scared
as far as
me. Hey, you scared me for a second, bro. You scared
hey,
me.
bro, I see when you was going. You about to get
Oh,
me, bro. I'm like, dang, hold on, bro.
oh,
I'm like, hold on, now.
oh.
Like,
Okay, okay.
he's not better than Chris Bosh. It's just that his abilities like to run the floor and everything, but he has to get better at the midi, the 3-point line. But yeah, no. Because Chris Bosh really changed him when he got to Miami. He really changed himself into a 3-point shooter.
Yes, that is
Right.
correct.
So yeah.
You know who Chris Bosh was like before he turned into Miami Chris Bosh? He was Pascal Siakam.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And
yes.
and then he turned into like like a mix of like at one point he was given like at Toronto he was given kind of Giannis energy where he taking everything to the rim, dunking
Hmm.
like a dinosaur, doing all this crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
raw.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. So I'm just happy that that didn't have to happen because you scared me, man. I thought we was gonna have to send help for you.
Yeah,
Nah,
I
bro.
blinked
Nah,
twice if you
bro.
needed help.
Nah, bro.
What's
Nah.
going on? I'm
Oh,
glad we let you finish. I'm glad we let you finish.
Yeah,
So
bro.
this next question, man, is the essence of time. So what I mean by this is like nobody can control time. Nobody has enough time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So like what do you think is the best way to like spend your time? And like if so, like what would you do in the time that you have, you know what I'm saying? Like on a weekly basis.
ooh, I would like to take a jab at this first. Um, One thing about me, and I preach this for like a long time. I'm big on time. You feel me? You know, we have 24 hours in a day. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we cannot do everything in 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I just live on a day like on a day by day basis. So what do I mean by that exactly? In other words, I just take it one day at a time, man. One day at a time. Just focus on what needs to be done first. Then whatever that's not urgent or that needs to be done right away, then I'll do that. I'll put that in the back burner afterwards. Also too, I see that with time, how some of us misuse our time. We kind of be all over the place. Like in other words, we don't necessarily have like an actual game plan that we follow to kind of go through the day. We kind of just going, just going with the flow with things. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that's really a bad habit to have. I would say for me, what I started doing, even though I wish I could just do it more frequently, I start writing out my tasks for the week. Like in terms like, see, like tomorrow's Monday. Monday is I go to work. Then after work, I have to do projects, like outside projects, outside outside of work. Whether like it's spending like a couple hours with my son, doing schoolwork afterwards. Just something in place, just so just so I could follow the script on. Get what I mean? And for me, when I do those things, it really kept me on track, and it didn't make me feel overwhelmed or make me feel like rushed to do anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, um, for me, I feel like sometimes I feel like time is a real thing, and then sometimes I feel like it don't exist at all.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And the reason I feel like that is because yes, you say it's 24 hours in a day, but then when you wake up in the morning, right,
mhm.
and you brush your teeth, and you know you have to get up to go to a job, time seems like it's skipping. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
then you got situations where we got daylight savings time. Some people could explain that to me a million times, and I still just can't like either I can't comprehend the idea of they say it was for the farmers, but how the crap? I mean, you know, say I almost cuss, but how the hell do we just switch the time up like that? You feel me?
Mm, right.
It don't make no sense to me. So that's why I feel like time exists sometime, but it don't at the same time because we it gets dark around like 7, 8 o'clock, right?
Right.
When you go to daylight savings, it's dark like shoot
Mm,
6.
9. Oh,
Well, well,
oh, oh, you're talking about daylight savings, right? Right, right.
so I just don't get that. I just don't get it. Like, how does that work? And then they're gonna tell you the Earth is spinning on its axis a certain way, and I'm just like, uh, all right, all right. You know
You
what
know
I mean?
who it is, bro.
What do you
Man,
feel? What do you feel about this, Starboy?
we all conspiracy theorists, man.
Yeah, because bro, like when you think about it, bro, just like you said with daylight savings, bro, how are people talking about getting rid of it? What do you mean getting rid of it?
Yeah, how the hell you get rid
What do
of
you
that?
mean? Because you're saying that there's certain points during daylight savings where this is like dark, pitch black at like 6 o'clock,
Right.
Mm.
and then now you're saying like we could get rid of it, like just keep it the same. How, bro? You know, no, I thought the sun is when it's down here is up somewhere else. So how can you just get rid of it?
Manipulate
Because
that. Like,
are you trying to tell me there's more than one sun?
Mm,
That's what you're trying to tell me. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, time is just like it's that saying where time is the one thing you can't get back.
yes.
No matter how much you try, you can't get it back. People think money is the most valuable thing. It's not. It's time. Like that right there is different. For me, it's like you said, JP is like when you off of work, what that day go by fast.
Mm,
mhm.
Or like when you don't gotta work, that day go by fast. Then the day you at work, you like, hold on, it's only 10 o'clock.
And
it's only 10 o'clock.
then they gonna tell you it's because you constantly looking at the time. I could not look at the time for about 40, 50 minutes.
That's what I'm
And
saying,
you finally check the time. You like, come on now, bro.
bro. That 40, 50 minutes be feeling like 2 to 3 minutes when you are, bro.
Yeah.
That time be just flying by, bro. And then when you at work, bro, you done did a million things in 40, 50 minutes, and it's
Man,
still only 40, 50 minutes that done passed by.
Yeah.
So it's just like for me, I would say the only thing to do with your time is just like I said, like one thing I haven't got into is and pretty much what Mello said is like writing stuff down, making sure you get everything down, like what you got to do for that day, because that would help. Like, as a kid, I was like, it didn't make sense to me, like oh, like plan out your day. But
mm,
now as an adult, like it makes perfect sense because sometimes you forget stuff and life happens and you have so much to do during that day, or you're trying to do so much things
mm,
during that week. And it's like
mm.
at the end of the day, 24 hours is not enough in a day, but it's what we got. So it's like you got to make the most of it and what you got. That's just pretty much how I see it.
No, absolutely, bro. And I'm gonna piggyback off to what you said, man. It's just like when we were younger, those things didn't come up to mind. We didn't give
Mhm,
no craps about it. But as you get older, life happens, bro.
mhm.
Life happens, and you legit as an adult, you gotta be responsible for your own actions. So what that consists of, making sure that you're on top of everything, whether
Hmm.
that, you know, making sure that you have food on the table, the bills are paid. You go to the doctor, go to the dentist, whatever the case may be. You gotta make sure that you just do your due diligence, and you do everything. You do everything according to plan. That's it.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. I like that. So to transition, which partner is more likely to contribute to the breakdown of a relationship? And you know what? I should have put a little question mark right there
Mm.
because I'm asking a
Uh,
question. We're gonna get some
uh.
live edit right now.
I said the what you call those people, the grammar police will come after
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They be yeah, my mom one of them. Shout out to her. My mom
Shout out to
definitely
my
one.
cousin. Shout out to my
Yeah,
big cousin.
yeah.
Yeah.
If she hears the pronunciations on some of these words,
She's gonna be
easily
like, "Hey,
what?
you're
E-
not supposed
Oh,
to
Excuse
use
me.
that."
hey, whenever you're ready, I like to take a jab at this, man.
Go
Okay,
for you.
okay.
Go first, Star Boy. I'll
Yes.
go
Hey, listen,
second.
listen. I'm gonna say this, and we may not feel great about it, but the partner that's most likely to contribute in a breakdown of a relationship, is a man. And yes, bro. Yeah, I knew he was gonna do that, and
Go
I'll
ahead,
tell
finish,
you why.
finish. I want you to land. I
Let me
want
tell
you
you
to
why,
land.
bro. As a man, there's certain things that we have to realize and understand. And in the terms of breaking generational curses, is that sometimes we fall into the what society says, what the stereotypical says as a man. If you're a man, you cannot always hide in your feelings or hide your feelings. So it's like when it comes to a relationship, sometimes a man feel like, I can't open up to this girl, or I can't, like, I gotta be hard. No, like, I can't, like, express my emotions, and that affects you, physically, that affects your relationships, that affects everything. You know what I'm saying? And this
Right.
isn't like, it's like also, as a man, and y'all men also see this too. How many homeboys that you would have that would say, okay, you talk to them about a girl you're interested in, a girl or a girl you're dating, and she has amazing characteristics, and she sounds like she's great for you, but how many boys are telling you, yo, lock that down, stay with her? Not many, bro. Many guys are in the thing of, oh, sleep with her on the first night, bro. You got to sleep with her on the first night. That's what it's all about. Now, what I'm saying is, like, okay, most guys don't tell a guy that, oh, yo, like, this is the one for you, bro. Like, I think she could be the one for you, bro. Don't mess it up. A lot of guys are not doing that. So it's like, for us, sometimes you lose out on women that could have been, like, good for you, or we stay with the woman that's, like, that we stay with the woman that is not even really helping us. Like,
Right.
he's
That
there,
serves no purpose.
but we're doing everything for that woman. You get what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
sometimes with a partner, it's like, you know, it's hard to do certain things with a woman sometimes, because, as a man, you don't want to go on a date with a woman nervous about, how am I going to pay for this date? Because you know that she doesn't have it, so you know that you got to provide it. It's hard to tell a girl that, yeah, like, babe, I don't have it. Like, mind you, while she doesn't have it either. And men go through that, where they'll lose their whole job, and they won't tell their wife. Now it makes sense, because it's like, in their head, it's like, okay, I'm the provider of the household. The way society says is that I'm the provider. So now, how am I going to provide? How am I going to pivot and provide for the family now?
Oh yeah,
That's just how I
absolutely.
see it, bro.
No, I say I definitely agree with you. I definitely see where you're coming from too. You know, in that aspect. But for me, and like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm coming from a place of love. I'm not trying to bash nobody. Nobody.
Don't come for
Okay.
you, brother.
I mean, and listen, dog. I feel like females will contribute to a breakdown of a relationship. All right,
Mm-hmm.
and we hear the saying many times. Has said this common saying, "What do you bring to the table?" You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I feel like guys bring more to the table as opposed to a woman. Not saying women does not contribute to anything, but in that logic, in that aspect, I feel like guys bring more. You feel me? Then I feel like if there's no type of middle ground, or how to say equilateral, I feel like
I might have to look
things.
that one up for the grammar police.
Yeah,
But
equilateral. Yeah, it
Exactly.
means equal. Means like steady.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
just felt like in that situation, especially if the female's not willing to do more to bring more, then the relationship not gonna last.
Okay.
And we do have somebody that will. Would you like to speak? No, not.
You already know how I feel about this.
You guys hear her?
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah, go.
You guys and females bring different things to the table sometimes. Sometimes they bring the same things to the table. Sometimes they bring different things to the table. It's not like it's what do you okay, like you said, what do you bring to the table? Sometimes men can't be emotionally stable. They only know how to be hardcore. They don't know how to talk about their emotions. They don't know that they could voice their opinion. They sometimes guys don't know how to navigate their emotions. A female might be able to can navigate his emotions. You never know what kind of household this man was brought up in. So maybe he does things different. A female does things different. Let him know, hey, babe, you could do this different. Like they bring different things to the table. It's not like, oh, I'm a man, I bring everything to the table and that's just how it goes. No, sometimes you bring different things to the table. When you with somebody, they supposed to better you. They supposed to contribute to you, either financially, maybe emotionally. You never know. Like you bring different things to the table. Like it's not just I'm a man, so it's my table. And I bring everything to the table, and I'm just the don dot of the relationship. Because when you find a wife, you find somebody that's supposed to be your friend. Somebody supposed to better you. You find a man, somebody supposed to better you. Somebody supposed to speak life into you. Like maybe the female might be like, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. And man, I'm like, man, babe, you good at that. You go to school to do this. He speak life into her. Like the same way a woman speak life into a man. You're supposed to find somebody that's supposed to, I won't say, sometimes they don't come with equals to the table, but sometimes that person can see the good in that person. That person can see the value in that person. Be like, you could bring that to the table, or you got this to the table. Like,
You're right.
y'all supposed to better each other, not like just, oh, but what you bring to the table. Well, I bring this to the table. I'm the man. I'm the boss. That's not how it's supposed to work. If you think like that, then your relationship is doomed to fail.
Okay. And we appreciate you, our guest star, you know, in today's episode, Mrs. Victoria. Shout out to you.
Shout out to. Woo!
Yeah, y'all
So,
praying about to get his head chopped off.
Mm,
oh,
oh,
hey,
I'm
oh,
good.
we down a Soko member, Soko. We know why.
Hey,
We
listen.
know why. But to
What's
give
your
my
take on it, JP? Yeah,
give,
I want to hear your perspective.
I agree with both of you guys in a sense. Like, I think there has to be balance. I think man and female can
Mhm.
play a role in messing up a relationship. I don't think it's
Right.
just one-sided. I think more times than none, usually it is male that do make that mistake due to the fact that you know we have two heads that we think with sometimes,
Mm,
and one can drive you more than the other depending
all
on
right.
the day, the hour, you
Mhm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
The
So
time.
the time, yeah. So I say once we once we don't allow that to be like the driving force,
Mm-hmm.
then you know we can say that is women. But at this moment, I think it's more so it's more men, but I think both parties play a part depending on the circumstance.
Okay. So for you, it all depends on the situation for you.
Yeah, is that everything is situational, like
Yes, you know.
because you can meet one of the loyalist men, you can meet one of the loyalist women. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Mhm.
happenstance, circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Interest that plays a part.
Hmm.
So
Fair enough.
that, that's my take on that.
Mhm.
Two trend. Oh damn! I got so Soko fam. I've been looking away a lot this episode, and the part reason is because I got a wasp problem over here
Inside your house?
inside my apartment. Like
Oh yeah, now you gotta
for
keep
some
Uh,
reason, whenever I look for the spray, it's nowhere to be found.
uh,
Oh,
you might as well get a brew.
whoa!
But
But this is my fault too. This is because I like to open my door, let
uh,
the fresh air come through. That's my problem. That's my problem right there. So
Yeah,
you
you
know,
gotta close
Right.
that door,
we
Brody.
got another guest star. Shut them blinds real quick and lock them in. Ah, whoa, that it was two of them in here. That's crazy,
Oh,
You know they
buy
don't
one
die
and get one
after
free.
they sting you.
man. I'm gonna stop doing that.
Wasps
But
don't die.
you say that one more time.
They don't die after they sting you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was hearing like this little staticky noise, and I'm looking away like,
Where's
what's
this
going
noise
on?
coming from?
Where's it coming from? And
Right.
I looked, and it dropped down, and it went back up. I was like, oh, but yeah, to transition. Do 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 do. Angel Reese news. So
Yeah.
this one right here, this was brought to my attention by Starboy. So I'm gonna let you let you take a shot at that, Starboy. And this crazy to me.
So pretty much what happened is, if everybody's not familiar, um, so pretty much a new cover for 2K26 came out, and Angel Reese was blessed to be on the cover for the WNBA version of the 2K26. Shout out to Angel Reese and everything that she's accomplished. Um, so pretty much what happened is that a fan had created a post of her, but they took her face out of the cover and put her as a monkey, right?
Mm,
So, it's pretty much pretty much a lot of race thing that's been going on, especially with the Angel Reese Caitlin Clark situation, that
right.
people put a lot of race into it. So somebody took a picture of her and put her as a monkey, and what made it even worse was that it didn't gain a lot of traction when they did the cover for it. What made the traction and everything go off was the fact that RG3 posted it on his page calling out the person. But if you're RG3, you could just call out the person without posting it on your page, like without making it like it's not like something that you retweeted. You put the cover up on your page.
Right.
So, we know if RG3, I'm not trying to, discredit him and come for his family, but he's married to a Caucasian young lady, and he has mixed children, and there was something going on, a couple of things about, he was called out for his his comments, or like just like how you feel about the black community a while
Right.
ago, and I believe he had to do with Ryan Clark and then Stephen A. Smith. So, and then he went back and forth with Stephen A. Smith. But my thing with this situation is, I'm not even like I could see that with RG3. I'm more so mad at the WNBA. The WNBA, you have a global star. She's just as big of a star as Caitlin Clark, and nobody has came out to support her from the WNBA. Well, like, why has this not happened? Like, if you're the WNBA, your goal is to make this company more and more big. You just got two new teams, so your goal is to make this company more big and more revenue.
Mm,
So the fact that one of your stars, this came out, and I have not seen one person support her really. Asia Wilson, where you at?
mm.
You are the face of the
Sister,
W.
yeah,
Mm,
a sister.
We
A
all
sister at
scream.
that.
We all be screaming brotherhood and sisterhood. Angel Reese, I mean, not Angel Reese. Asia, where you at? Skylar
mm.
Dick Smith, where you at?
You
Mm,
at?
mm.
This is your fellow WNBA star. I get that, the WNBA wasn't like,
Even Caitlin Clark. Where you
hmm
at?
Mm.
exactly. I get that, the W really wasn't, as far as in we were talent, the W talent wasn't being, displayed pretty much for the last 15, 20 years. I get
Right.
that. But now that it's being displayed, come on, support. Like, I'm not even saying you have to like injuries, but now this is becoming a race thing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So all the black women in the W, where you at with this? You know what I'm saying?
Even the ones that's retired. Candace
Yeah.
Parker.
Yeah.
Exactly. Candace, where you
Lisa
at?
Leslie.
Cheryl
You know.
Swoops, where you at?
Where you at?
Yeah. Teresa Weatherspoon. Where you at?
Like, come
You
on
know
now.
what?
I'm just saying,
That's gonna
like,
be the title of this episode. Where you at?
I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm just saying with that. Like, I don't get it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's that,
Mm,
like, you could see the hate is real with some of the players, just because Angel Reeson's getting some of the brand deals. She already got her own signature shoe. A lot. You know how long it took Asia Wilson to get a signature shoe?
Mm.
Clayton Clark's shoe came out before
You
Asia
know
Wilson.
what I say? Get on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Get on the court. If you work that brand deal, they gonna find you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna find you. Get
Mm-hmm.
on that court.
I mean, as much as as much as Angel Reese be getting a lot of heat from the media the past couple of years, felt like with this, with that individual that made that monkey cover of
Mm-hmm.
her on 2K, felt like that was wrong as fuck, wrong as fuck, immature as fuck, like bro, uncalled for. Like, come on now, like this is a good moment for the W. Seeing one of their stars of a cover of a video game, of a popular video game at that, and you know they scream, but I mean, I'm talking about like the players in the W. They scream about sisterhood, talking about come together as one. But I've yet to hear anybody come out to say anything about this matter. You know what I mean? And even though, yes, Angel Reese could be something special. That's a good way for me to put it. Could be something special at time. I just still feel like at the end of the day, she's still human. She just like she's no different from anybody. She makes mistakes. She's going to do things to rub people off the wrong way. But at the end of the day, in a time of need like this, we're supposed to come together as one, support one another. I'm just tired of the division of things. You get what I mean? I'm just tired, like if you're looking to make this league last a very long time, there has to be some form of unity taking
Mm-hmm.
place.
You know what this gives me?
Mm.
This gives me them H&M vibes. Yeah,
Mm.
when H&M was doing that funny stuff,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that's the vibes that this gives me.
Mm.
They do say history repeat itself, man,
Always
Yeah.
do.
and that seems like that's what's going on right now.
Mm.
It's crazy, bro.
But
Mm.
last one of the evening, y'all. Contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
We got contracts here. We got contracts there.
Mm-hmm.
Here a contract. There a contract. Everywhere a contract.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So we're gonna ask you, Melo, what's up with the contracts
The
as far as
contracts.
the Thunder?
That's well, I'm gonna put you on, man. As you notice, congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder on winning their first ever championship in league history. But something happened, weeks after them winning their championship. They were able to sign three, their core three. They don't call them big three, but their core three to max deals, right? And
Mm-hmm.
even though their deals won't take into effect until the 2026-2027 season, I still feel like they're doomed. And what do I mean by their doom? So this upcoming season, the 25-26, you know, though the core three only makes up like 31% of their 31% of their salary cap. But
Mm-hmm.
starting 2026 and moving forward, it's gonna go higher. So in other words, that current OKC team that we're looking at right now, we won't see those role players anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I don't know what Sam Presti has up his sleeve. I feel like if he does not draft well, or if he does not develop well, I feel like OKC going to be one of those teams where they're going to be vanished out the maps,
But you wasn't you the main one big up in Sam Presley the other day?
huh?
See this is what I mean. This
Wait,
is
what did I
what
say?
you was big up in Sam Presley the other day.
what? What did I say
Oh,
about Sam Presti?
you saying he draft well, which he
Yeah,
does. You were saying like if you could be a GM of any team, it would be the OKC Thunder. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on you. I'm on you. You trying to get Sam Presley out the door. You
no,
don't. You trying to get Melo trying to get Sam Presley out the door.
no,
And trying to
I'm
get
just
himself
saying.
in the door.
I see you plotting. I see
I'm
you.
just saying, cause like yo, he signed three guys to like max deals. I was like, okay, what does that mean for the other like nine other
Mm-hmm.
individuals on the team? Is he gonna draft well? Is he developing a system where like when he knows once when that time comes where like a prime example Carson Wallace? I don't think Carson Wallace gonna last on that team longer. Wiggins, something Wiggins, I forgot his name. Isaiah Joe, the other Williams guy.
Williams,
Like it's
yeah.
like, bro. bro.
Hey,
It's like,
more for the Heat.
like about your Heat. You guys pick up Norman Powell, and you guys think that you guys gonna dominate the East now?
I didn't say all of that. I
Uh,
didn't say all of that. I just think we got another shooter and another playmaker who can take the pressure off of Tyler.
mm,
So
Mhm.
I think what we need is one power forward or another power forward.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? We need like a Obi Toppin S guy, and we got him. But the Heat organization, they slow play stuff. They sometimes they know they got the guy in the basement, and they don't want to bring him up until they feel like
Something happens. Yeah,
yeah. When we got this dude, his name something Johnson.
Tyler Johnson.
Is it Tyron Johnson?
Yeah, yes, Tyler Johnson. Talking
No,
about back
no,
in the
no,
days. Right?
no.
This
Tyler,
is now.
this is now.
Oh,
Buddy,
now okay. Now.
he's from Arizona. I'd have to yeah, but he came in. We got him undrafted, and we got Pella Larson with him. You know what I'm saying? It was like a little package deal from
Right.
Arizona.
Okay.
And this dude got crazy athleticism, could shoot the mid range, hitting threes and whatnot. I'm like,
Mhm.
hold on. We came to see our rookie point guard.
Right.
We didn't, you know what I'm saying? And he was doing this last year and he got injured. But the Heat won the D League championship last year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we should have still brought him in, you know what I'm saying? Put him in a rotation, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Instead, we got this man in Sioux Falls in the basement when we should have been playing this guy. So we got the guy. It's just we just holding on to him like a Pokemon card. You know what I'm saying? And as far as contracts goes, Melo. Oh shoot. This this team, this OKC team that y'all
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
going on, they are still being hunted by the old OKC Thunder with James Harden, Westbrook, and Kevin Durant. And you know why
Yeah.
I say that?
Why?
Because they knew they let those guys walk away. They couldn't hold that type of talent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now they trying to lock everybody down. You know what I'm saying? They core guys down. So he's trying to play it different. I see what he's doing, but at the same time, that's still to his detriment.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
Like, like
that's
I
just
said,
my
I'm not trying to bash my dog. You feel me? I fuck with Sam Presti. I seen like nigga have more picks. Nigga have more picks than guys on his roster. That's how good. That's how good Sam Presti is. It's just that we seen situations like those where like after a team win a championship and you decide to resign all these guys, the team never end up being the same again. I'm gonna give you a hint.
Mhm.
Hint. Boston Celtics. They resign all them guys. What ended up happening? They end up trading Drew Holiday, traded Porzingis. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro,
happy about.
yeah,
That. Disassemble that. The only thing that irritated me the most about that squad is they know they can take it to the hole and get an easy bucket. They just shoot threes
yes.
all game,
I'm
and
just
it's
like,
like
bro,
seen that in
they
the
forget the
Warriors.
fundamentals of basketball at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
point.
yeah. You see it not working. Even the Warriors will throw it down to the block to Draymond every now and then. You know, hold on, this was
But
here, man.
but but Starboy, quick question: when you think
Mhm.
about contracts, when we look at three different professional leagues, we have football, basketball, baseball. If you would have to guess which sport has the craziest contracts, what would you say it is?
Crazy in contracts as far as in the players, or are you talking about the
The, like just
within the organization? The
within
organization.
the organization.
I would say
Like
when it comes to the players, I would say NFL has the worst contracts. Like their
yes,
contracts are the worst, terrible. They play the highest collision sport, and majority of their contract, like a lot
No,
of
it's
their
not
contract
guaranteed.
is not even fully
I
guaranteed. Like I don't get that. I don't get how once they side of the dotted line, like some of them only getting 60 to 70% guaranteed. That's why one thing that's what I don't like about the NFL because when the NFL give you a contract, they could come back to you if you underperform after you sign that contract. They could come back to you and say,
renegotiate.
"Hey, let's renegotiate this." But
Yeah,
in the NBA and baseball, it's like once you give me my money, It's my money. Like
You're right.
I don't care if I
Guaranteed.
exactly it's fully guaranteed. I don't care what you said. I got my money. So it's just like that. And then when it comes to basketball, I think now as far as in when it comes to basketball, it's because of the second apron.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody don't know what the second apron is I don't know what happened. God rest David Stern, David Stern
Dude,
soul.
I
But
miss
I
that
don't know
guy.
what Adam Silver is doing. I don't know what like some of the things that he's doing doesn't make sense to me because this whole second apron nonsense, which is basically what the second apron is like now because teams that go over the luxury tax, the second apron is charging them an extra 10%
Mm-hmm.
plus the luxury tax on if they're going over the luxury tax in terms of like okay, just like Mello said, like if you're paying, you just gave, starting 2026, 2027 season, the OKC salary for those three core players will be over 500 million.
Yeah.
So that's just three players. That's going way over 500 million. I'm pretty sure it's close to 700 million. So if you're looking at just those three players, and since the contracts, because these new TV rights deal is getting bigger and the
Mm-hmm.
contracts are getting bigger, now
Mm-hmm.
how are you going to sign players? Because now the players that are screwed as your vet minimum players
Mm-hmm.
or your role players as someone like a Lou Dort. You're not going to be able to afford these guys because now it's like, where is your money going? Because you just got it. Like you look at Boston, just like you said, Boston was in the second apron. Who they got rid of? They got rid of Drew. They
And
got rid of
Porzingis.
Porzingis. They're
Porzingis.
trying to get rid of the money. So it's like you're not gonna have money to pay all these guys. Now, yes, the OKC Thunder does draft well. Shout out to Sam Presti. He do develop talent well, but it's
Mm-hmm.
all at the same time is that if you're the OKC Thunder, you're in the win now stage. You don't
Yep.
have time to develop talent and wait for them to grow. It's we're trying to keep winning championships, trying to keep this championship window open as for long as possible. So it's like you look at it and it's just like, bro, like I like that's why a lot of GMs are selling the teams. You look at the
Yeah.
Lakers, they just sold
Mark.
for 10 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Boston, they just sold after they
So
won a championship for 6
Mark
billion.
Mark Cuban. Cuban.
Exactly.
For somebody
He
that's been with
loves,
an organization for 20 years. He's like, fuck it. He said, fuck
yeah,
that shit. I'm selling this shit.
exactly. So it's like everybody's getting rid of their teams because of the second apron, and it's just
Yeah.
like why am I? And it's like to some owners, it's like okay, why am I gonna pay in a luxury tax just to get good players when you're gonna charge me extra for it? Like, what's the point? What's the purpose of being a good team now? And
Mm-hmm.
especially you looking at the small market teams like the Thunder, you're not gonna make that much money. That's gonna you're not seeing that much revenue. You're
Let me
Right.
seeing
ask
revenue, of
you
course.
a question, Starboy.
Hmm.
Do you think that like a reason for that being is due to the fact that like Adam Silver is trying to like keep a consistent flow of ownership like every
Hmm.
10 years just to kind of recycle the ownership, you know what I'm saying? Keep it fresh.
Yes, I think that what he wants. That's what he wants to do. But I think also what he wants to do is because he came in he's on that new era of basketball. Is the NBA is trying to get rid of super teams.
Yes. I was about to
They
add
don't
that.
want
They
they don't
want
want
no more
that
super
Steph
teams.
KD because they were when LeBron and when Golden State and the Cavs
Pretty
kept
deep
meeting
in
up
that.
for finals. Exactly, like when they kept meeting up, they don't like that. So now they don't want super teams. If you got core players, cool, but you can't have super teams now. So guess what? You can't get three stars on one team anymore.
Yep.
You just have to develop good players and hope that the team that you got is good enough to win a championship. That's what they're doing now.
Then you know what also taught me from this finals? What OKC and the Pacers did? These guys run 10 deep. You get what I mean?
Hmm.
I truly feel like moving forward, that's going to be the new NBA, running
Hmm.
10 deep. You feel me? There's no more like back in the days, we had a big three, then occasionally, like a six man?
Hmm.
Occasionally a six man. Now, nowadays, it's like fresh legs. All right. All
Okay.
right. So I'm going to put in my first five. Then as once one of those guys get tired, I'm going to put in my,
Okay.
my second set of starting five.
Well, now that you said that, right, Mello?
Right.
Think about it. With OKC, when you lose all the role players, who you running 10 deep with?
Shit. That's the thing. Like I'm trying to look at their roster. I mean, like I said, Sam Presti knows how to draft well, but I'm looking like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, do you have got other guys to come in and step up?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you
Right.
know what's a pivotal role? You know
Hmm.
what's a pivotal role? Like a Lou Dort position. Like I
Mm-hmm.
felt like if Lou Dort were to leave that team right now, they're gonna be they're gonna be stuck at square one
Mm-hmm.
on
Bring
the
Lou Dort
defense
over
side of
here.
the ball.
Bring Lou Dort over here. Closer to Haiti, you know what I'm saying? Miami.
Right, no tax.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Stay.
saying? Bring Lou Dort over here. But then,
What's
like
the
you said,
action price for him?
shoot, he's at least getting what Davion Mitchell got at the Heat organization.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
He
hell nah,
24,
he's worth more.
24 or
Nah,
more.
No, he gonna have to give him more.
no
They
more. Come on.
you don't have to give him more, but I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
like that's the floor right there for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Caruso stock went up too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That
So
boy Alex.
when you lose those type of guys,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're not gonna win another one for a long time. But I can't lie, SGA is gonna take them to the dance every year or every other year.
Mm-hmm.
But that Lou Dort Caruso
Mm-hmm.
piece is what's gonna really hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
There, Hartstein. I don't see Hartstein being there a long time either.
Because he could be
And
a starter.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So it's like that's what I'm trying to see. Like, what's your vision, Mr. Presti? Are do you already have guys in place to be like, you know what, this guy could replace Lou Dort, this guy could replace Hartstein. You get what I mean? Like I said, then these guys, it's the NBA. These guys gonna ask for more money. You feel me? Carson Wallace, I promise you, he's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
a starter in the league soon.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a starter.
The
Yeah,
only
he
thing he can do is the only thing I don't mean to cut you off, JP.
you good.
The only thing he can do Sam Presti could do is the draft picks because they
Yeah.
got so many draft picks. You could trade them to another team because just like you said, every team is trying to get a bunch of young players now and basically do what OKC and do what the Pacers did, just have them young talent running up and down the court. So I feel like the only thing Sam Presti could do is to stay relevant is to give away draft picks for players because you're not really paying for those players. But if you do, you better make sure those players already. You better come to them early.
Yeah.
Better come to them early. That's why these teams is messing up. You should have came to Chet Holmgren before. You should have came to Chet before the year was up. You already knew him and Jalen Williams was going to be up. So you should have just came to them boys early and gave them something
Yeah,
cheaper because
yeah.
Yeah.
now, especially since you won the chip,
Now the
now,
expectations was there. Yeah. You had
Hold
to.
on.
You had
Let's
to.
flip the script though. Let's flip the script, right?
mhm,
Let's say if you're sitting in Presley's office, right? And
mhm,
I know I got these good young players, but
mhm,
how good? You know what I'm saying? You
mhm,
can't predict what the season's gonna look like for you. All you
mhm,
can do is just hope that you hit on whatever you hit on.
mhm,
And injuries come into play. So why
mhm,
would I want to jump a rush and pay this guy if I don't know if his health might
mhm,
be at play? And it's kind of like you gotta find a sweet spot when to throw the money and when not to throw the money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
but you have to, bro. You look at it, bro. J Dub was an All Star this year,
yeah.
so you look at it. It's like okay, those things, incentives, those things help with him get more money in his contract.
Hell
So
yeah.
it's like Sam Presti. I get the whole fact that it's like he didn't know. Looking in hindsight, he probably didn't know early on in the year there was going to chip. He probably didn't know that. But I'm saying if you let when J Dub became an All Star, you could have said, "Hey, Brody, sign this deal for me. Sign this deal for me." Because
Sign this extension
now
from me real quick.
he just was an All Star. Now he just won a chip. He's not any other deal after this deal. This deal he was like 287 million. That's the cheapest
Nah.
deal that's the cheapest deal he gonna get with the Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next
You're not
time he
lying.
signs a deal, it's gonna be worth 400, 500 million.
Because I know this is
But
crazy, but he gives me
uh
like James Harden s energy, like the way he be moving out there in the court. I'm like, this is crazy how they seem
And
to.
he's taller and he
Yeah,
you
plays
guys
better defense.
I
you
seen
guys
him. I seen him in a preseason game.
you guys want to call me crazy for this, right? With Jalen Williams, I want you guys to go back. I would say when the team is winning, you will see more production coming out of him. But let's just say if his team is struggling or trying or like trailing by like any moment of the game, he struggles. Like he goes AWOL. And this
I,
is not me bashing him, but I'm just letting you know because you use a Harden comparison. I'm like, I don't think he's like a Harden type.
I don't think
Like,
that's like the Chris Bosh situation, right? It's
right.
like he's not Harden, but you could see like little glimpse in his game, how he uses his body and
Yeah.
Warsaw defenders and stuff like that, and his hesitation with how he's dribbling and stuff like that. I'm like,
Hmm.
that's kind of like Harden s, especially if we comparing the big three of old to this big three of now. I'm like,
Oh
he would
yeah.
definitely be the Harden in this situation.
Oh,
Oh
but
yeah.
talent wise, this big three don't compare to the other one.
You don't think
Talent
so?
wise,
Who would
no.
win? All right. Who would win in a 3-on-3?
Young Westbrook, man, it was hard to
Young
contain.
Westbrook, listen, you put in young Westbrook, you're gonna put Shea on young Westbrook. I know it's Shea 6'6", but Westbrook is like 6'4", 6'5".
But strong,
Bro,
like strong and
exactly.
explosive.
That young, like, listen, Shea,
That was a pit bull.
he not dealing with young Westbrook.
And
And then
that
you gonna
little
put
young.
Chet,
'Cause we're talking about all MVPs. All of them are MVPs.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're gonna put Chet on KD. He couldn't
Easy.
even guard Siakam.
Come on.
Well, I mean, hey, through, throughout this series, he did hold his own.
But we
As you
talking about KD though. We talking about KD though. We
said.
talking about MVP KD that was averaging
I
30.
mean, he won't shut him down, but I have a feeling they could go tick for tack. They could go tick for
Mm,
tack.
Nah,
I'm not saying he not going. No, KD's putting up Hall of Fame numbers. He's putting up Hall
listen,
of Fame numbers on Chet,
listen.
bro.
Nobody could like even like that. Chet is what 6'11", 7 foot.
7 foot. Yeah.
Basically,
KD got the highest release. Nobody be touching his
no,
release. And if
nobody
he's
blocking that, bro.
nobody's blocking that. I've yet to see somebody like block KD shot.
Nah,
Bro, when
it's
he's
hard.
shooting over people, bro, he don't even see them, bro.
You
You
don't
be
see
like,
them.
Like, bro, nobody's blocking that, bro. And then
all
you talking about James Harden. We
right,
talking about
six of the
the
year.
strategy. We talking about, bro. If you're talking about like when he was in OKC, or you saying when they were at the height of their career, we're talking about when he
I
got
said
to
OKC.
OKC.
No, I'm
That
talking
wasn't
about like
good, man. He was getting off.
he was
He
still
was,
getting buckets. Man.
he come off that bench. You like, oh shoot,
Yeah,
here we
exactly.
go.
oh
Here we
shoot.
go. Let me cook. That's when he got the beard. The bearded. That's when he was the bearded one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but
Man,
but my last question before we conclude, just want to say when it comes to contracts, do y'all feel like in every sports organization should every contract be guaranteed? In your opinion,
Yes.
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I say
You
yes
never
too.
know when somebody jump up and then don't come down right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a career ender.
Uh-huh.
So
Mm.
yeah,
I'm
I
just
mm,
Yeah, I'm tired of those verbiage, man. Like sometimes these contracts, especially in the NFL, the NFL's be having bad contracts, and you're thinking that a guy is supposed to make a certain amount, but it's either he didn't play enough snaps. You know, they track for everything, like, or if you didn't meet a certain weight goal, or
Mm-hmm.
if you didn't do this, it's like, damn, they really got you by they really got you by the leash.
Now I feel like what you should do is like, okay, think the NBA was Zion Williamson, right? The
Yeah,
contract's fully guaranteed, but we got incentives in here. You got to make weight, my boy. You can't just
yeah,
come in out of shape. So I
yeah.
feel like NFL contract should be, and it's like it should be fully guaranteed, but put some incentives to the point where okay, it's fully guaranteed, but make sure okay, yeah, you coming into the season, you're in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like do
right,
something like that. Just don't make it where because you look at football and you look at all these players and you take someone like we talked about in the studio before we jumped on. You take someone like a TJ Watt. Yeah, I would be like TJ Watt too. Every 2 years, just give me my money. Every two
yeah.
years,
Every 2 years,
because
bro. I promise you, he been renegotiating his
exactly
deal. Why not?
because if
Why
I
not just
underperform,
not?
because bro, you know that's how the NFL work. Because if I
Yeah,
underperform, you're gonna come tap on that locker, say, hey, bro.
So
So we're
maybe
looking at these numbers, and you were averaging, over 20 something sacks, and now you're under double digits. Let's
right.
restructure that deal.
There's,
So I feel like, nah, bro, you gotta that's the same thing. Aaron Donald could have did the same thing.
ooh,
Just you're gonna have to restructure my deal every time. That's what I don't like about the NFL. When the
mm,
players are performing, you don't want to. You when the players are performing and they want the money that they want, you don't want to pay them, and their money's not
yep.
fully guaranteed.
Mm.
But then when they're underperforming, you guys come tap on that, you know, y'all make that phone call, y'all come tap on that locker
Yeah.
saying, hey, you know, we gotta do something for the team because you know we need, you know. I know what's crazy is I don't know how billionaires finesse millionaires. Like the billionaires are the ones that finessing the millionaires in terms of
Yes.
they want the millionaires to, oh, this is for the team, you know, this is all in the best interest of the team. And you know,
Team.
if you're not doing this, you're not a team player. But my thing is, it's my job to worry about my money, and it's your job to worry about paying me.
Hold
Yeah.
on,
So,
hold on. Because what you're saying is right, right? But you also got to look at it from the other perspective. Like,
mhm,
this is a business I'm running, but then they are making them drink the Kool-Aid, right?
mhm,
But then at the same time, you need a culture and you need like a copacetic atmosphere to build a
mhm,
championship winning, organization or a team. You
mhm,
know, so it's like you got to walk the fine line as a player of like this is a business, but I also got to gel with my teammates. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying? So it's like I say people should handle their money in the off season
mhm,
and then handle, because if y'all let's say you agree to a contract and you
mhm,
say, okay, like if you become an all-star, we can renegotiate this. You know what I'm saying? But we already have that negotiated that we will visit that in the off season.
mhm,
But while we playing, there should be no contracts and stuff taking place because that's what kind of messes up the game where you have some guy, he's not really performing as hard, a la Jimmy Butler, you
I
know
knew
what
you was gonna say that.
I'm saying?
I knew you was
Because,
gonna say
because he want his money.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So there's a fine line that has to be walked with that.
mhm. You're right. You're right. I
Yeah.
agree.
Contracts, man.
It's
Amen.
crazy.
All right, man. Well, that concludes today's episode. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
And
So
don't
we
forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.
right, right,
Tell
right,
another friend.
and tell another friend. I like that. So, until next time, we'll be back next
Shalom.
and on Twitch. We skipped out on this week, but we'll definitely try to, pick that back up, and like
Yes,
we
sir.
said, be lying to y'all. Starboy back.
Yeah, I'm
Starboy
back.
is back. He's
I'm back.
back, baby.
I'm back,
I
man.
had questions about do like, is Starboy still with y'all? Like, yeah,
Yeah. Is
I'm
he
back.
okay?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Starboy,
Just had some, you know, personal things, but I'm back. Yeah.
yes, sir. All
All right,
right.
y'all, boy.
Ah.